Thanks for joining, Domingo. So you're a funded trader of Tradepool, and obviously we're excited for that. We will talk about later on. We'll see your chart from the evaluation and talk about this. But tell me a little bit about your trading journal, how long you've been trading for, and what type of trader are you?
Yeah, so I've started trading about a year ago with my own money. That's where I started. I was just looking into something that I can do instead of just having a 9 to 5 job. So I just started off and just looking at the market and all of that. I mean, it's been a long journey for sure.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, for 1 year, first of all, it's amazing because, when I started to trade, it took me like 2 years just to understand that I need to do something different. And I see a lot of traders, a lot of, I'll call it young traders, that been trading for 1 year, maybe 2 years, that are already finding the way to become profitable, especially, when you have the funds, you have like something like this, as we do at Tradepool, when you don't trade your own money and you have enough capital to trade on. And so that's amazing. The market really shifted and really changed in that perspective. So tell me, what do you actually do when it comes to trading? Are you looking to, trade big stocks, big names like Apple, Tesla, stuff like that? Or are you looking for maybe small caps? What is it that you're looking for?
So what I usually do, I started off with it, and I was just looking at every single stock like Tesla, Apple, Google, all of the big techs. So I'm more into like the Nasdaq index.
Yeah.
So it's all that, and I didn't really get nothing out of that. So I looked into the ETFs, the 3X ETFs that they offer, like the SQQQ, TQQQ,
Yeah.
and also I also like trading the semiconductor ETFs. So those are the only four ETFs that I trade. Just because they tend to move more than like the single stocks like Apple and all of that.
Yeah.
So that's where I usually just stay into those ETFs. I don't mess with anything else. Sometimes something that's has a good setup, that's where I will like jump into it. But as of that, I usually just stick to those ETFs, the 3X ETF that I just like trading those.
So you're trading, basically you're trading aggressive, right? Because you're looking for a strong move. And when you're saying a good setup, what do you exactly mean by that? What is it that you're looking for?
So I'm looking for when I started trading, I was just going by like the indicators, like the MACD, RSI, all of that, MA, moving average, and all of that.
Yeah.
I was just trying to go based on that, but now I just go by price action and just support and resistance, and that's basically how I trade now. So if there's a support by a daily chart that I like, then I'll take that. That trade. But if it breaks support or anything like that, then I'll just stay out of it.
Okay, so basically, so you're saying mostly on the price section. What made you go from the technical, indicators to the price section? Why didn't you stay with the indicators?
I feel like everyone just follows them, and if you're new to the market, like we're in a bear market. We've been in a bear market for a long time now. So
No.
uh, I don't think the indicators work so much with the charts anymore. That's what I've been seeing. So what I usually do now is just support and resistance. That's all I look at, and price action. If it has the momentum to go up, then I'll step in and take a trade and just make sure that I put my stop loss where the support and resistance at.
And do you have like a specific plan or set of rules that you apply? For example, a minimum of 1-to-2 ratio, 2-to-1 ratio, or anything like that between your stop loss to your take profit?
So, like, I'm trying to use the rules that are the 1-to-2. That's what I usually do, and then just 1-to-1 when it comes to taking a loss or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm basically looking for a 50 cent 75 profit on a trade, and then maybe like a 30 cents loss on the trade. That's what I'm looking at right now.
And you said you're looking for support and resistance. So are you looking to buy the dip basically, like a counter trend, or is it breaking resistance, for example, like a breakthrough of resistance?
So what I usually do now is just look at the daily and the chart on that day. So what I do is look at higher highs and higher lows, and then if it's over a VWAP, then that's a good trade because it's strong. But if it's below VWAP and it's not creating higher highs, higher lows, then that's not a good trade to take for me.
So you based your analysis on the daily chart and then execute it on what, the 5 minutes, 15, 1 minute?
Yeah, so I go by 1 minute, 3 minutes, and 5 minutes.
Okay, but it all starts from the daily chart.
Yeah, but the daily chart, that's where I look at support and resistance and all of that. I usually I look at sometimes at the 1 hour, the 4 hour chart also, just to see where are the support and resistance at.
Where did you learn all of those? I mean, for 1 year. Yeah.
So I when I started, I didn't know what I was doing. So what I did is there's a trader in here, well, in Arizona that trades, and he's been real successful. And I bought his course, and that's where I learned more and get more of an idea of how the market works and all of that.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about Trader Pool. How did you like the experience?
It's a good experience, I mean, I really like that you guys, once you lose all of your like your withdrawal in the day, you guys will just kick me out, and that is really good because it helps me just get off the computer and go on with my day instead of just using my own capital. Just I will just keep on trying to get that money back, and it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
So just once you're done for the day, go on with your day. Next day, it's gonna be another day, and I really like that. That's like the one thing that I really like, because I try to reach out to Weibo. That's the account I had. If they could set like a limit amount that I can listen a day, and they could just sign me up, but they don't have that. So that's where I like this program of you guys.
This is definitely one of the favorite things about Trader Pool. When I ask traders that got funded what helped them to do that and pass the evaluation, one of those things was definitely the risk management that we have behind the scene, like the default mechanism to control the risk, basically, either the daily loss or the 30% of the daily loss and stuff like that. So yeah, I can relate to what you're saying. A lot of the traders that already got funded saying exactly the same thing. Let's look at your dashboard for a second. I want to show it to the guys that will watch it, and let's see what you have there, because you did have like you tried for a few times. It took you a minute to get the rhythm right. So if we're looking on the if we're looking on the hub, this is your hub. You basically took the what is it? It's the Super BP, right? The Super Buying Power program.
Yes.
Okay, and so you got in 100% of profit target. That's great. 50 trades. But let's talk about this, the range that you have here, or the sideways move, because you did manage to go higher, like to $1,000 profit, then drop down to 1,000, went up again, down again. What happened here during this time? Mentally, technically?
I was just trying to so there's been a lot of talks about a market shift, and I would basically like not follow my rules in that sense there. So I would just go based on news, but then I just I kept on learning, and that's where I just like started really getting to like setting my own rules, and especially setting my stop loss. So that's where from there I was up, and then just like uh losing on some days, and then up again and losing. And on those days, that's where I just learn more about how I should be trading, and not really go based on news. It's just go by the price action and just support and resistance. That's what really helped me out on achieving the goal of passing the test, basically.
That was a great move, since you found a dip here, and from that point, you did it very beautifully. You did reach the 3,000 mark and drop down again all the way to the 1,000, just a little bit below it, and then you had a nice run as well. Do you remember this time what went through your head? I mean, you already reached almost all the target, the milestone, and went back all the way down.
Yeah, I took a couple of different trades on. So there was news on coin that I took on one of those. I think there was one of those where I took a different approach and not trading the ETFs that I was trading. And so that's where since I'm not used to like the charts, how they set up, that's where I just started, missing out or losing on that. But I just stayed on trading those ETFs, because it's been a year now looking at them, and I just know like how they set up and all of that, and using the stop loss and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a good set of mind here, because you are going to you usually trade the same asset, right? The TQQQ and the SQQQ, etc. So you can understand, every day, if you trade them over and over again, you basically get to know them a bit better and understand the way they will react to a certain level, like support or resistance, supplier, a demand area. And that's a good way, or good approach to go with. Just trade the same assets.
Yeah, that's what I usually do. Just stay to that, because if you just stay into trading the same charts or the same stock, you'll get to know how it moves. You'll get the idea or where's the resistance. How you just get to know more of the stock that you're trading instead of just jumping all over the place and not knowing how they work, because not every stock works the same.
Yeah.
So that's what I do now. It's just stick to these ETFs, and if it's a choppy day, then I just don't get them. I just don't get in anymore. But back then, I didn't know what a choppy chart would look like,
Yeah.
and I will buy like once it's gone, like it's up. I still trying to I'm still trying to get in there, but that's not good, because at a certain point it's gonna turn back, and that's where you just lose money basically.
Yeah. So wait for the right setup. Don't go just because you want to trade. Go in when you have the right setup in front of you, right?
Yes, yeah. So now it's just I mean it's a learning everyday thing. It's just learning every day. It's a new challenge every day.
Yeah. Makes sense. So maybe to sum it up, if I'll ask you to give the traders that will listen to it like a good advice, one good advice for being a better trader, and also, of course, when they apply to trade a pool, how can they pass the evaluation in the best possible way? What would it
I
be?
mean, uh, I would say it is before doing that, they should really look into paper trading first.
Okay.
That's I mean I wish I could have done it that way, so that I don't just put out some money out there and getting funded and all of that,
Yeah.
or if they have money and they want to start their own account, their own funding, that's fine. But I think it's better just to go on YouTube, look up some videos on how everything works, and then just start out with the paper trading account. Those are for free. There's a lot of apps where they can get that for free, and they'll learn how to manage it. And once they learn how to do that, then they should get a funded account, or just start using their own money and start trading. But I think the best advice would be just to start paper trading.
Right. That sounds good. Okay,
Yeah.
Domingo. Yeah, it was a pleasure. Thanks so much for the interview. And I wish you, of course, lots of success as a funded trader. Hopefully, we'll host you again, maybe in the future, for some more tips and advice as you continue to trade and get more, get more experience and can give and share with the others. Feel free to share it with your, in on Discord and other social media. Feel free, let the guys know. And of course, you will get the funded account, I guess, if not today, then tomorrow, and you can start trading. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, yeah. It was a pleasure talking to you, and we'll for sure we're trying, and I'm trying to learn more, learn every day, and just I like this job. It's fun. I can't wait for every Monday to come.
Yeah.
So yeah. So that's always good.
Sounds good, buddy.
All
Okay.
right.
So good luck. You will get the information on the email.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye for
All
now.
right, bye. Bye.